Good morning, it's our last day in Singapore. I'm really sad. But before we head off to the airport, we're starting our day a little differently than normal. That's lovely, thank you. Mine's blown. We've just had a coffee made by a robot. Is this, I don't know.
Is this real?
Is this real? It's like in the future, I feel like I'm living like 2050. I don't know, it's weird. So you basically put your order in and you can personalise your drink to how you want it. So I've actually gone for a coffee, which isn't like me, but I was able to put like 1 shot of coffee in, but loads more sugar, so it's probably not that much coffee. And then the robot will basically make it to how you want it. I don't know. I'm confused and thrilled. So I had a banana latte, which I asked for it cold, with 1 shot of coffee and lots of sugar.
And the muffin?
Banana and walnut. Lots of banana going on. Get that fantastic.
I had a banana latte as well, but I had it warm. It's actually some good coffee.
Is it good?
Really nice, yeah. Just thought it'd be a different way to start the day. There's loads of nice cafes in Singapore, but this was completely unique, nothing we've ever seen before. Just really cool, and it's good coffee, it's not just a gimmick. Unfortunately, we're leaving Singapore now and we're heading to the airport.
Let's go. Here we are, 12 hours early for our flight, but that gives us loads of time to explore the airport and see what it has to offer. I'm so excited.
We're starting with what is probably the most iconic part of the airport, the Jewel. So we've been wanting to come to the Jewel for absolutely ages.
So long. Like when we were watching videos during the COVID pandemic, like of where we wanted to go, this was definitely one of them on the list.
We've seen so many videos on YouTube about it.
Instagram. And to be fair, if somebody said to me right now, where are you? Are you in an airport? It would probably be the last place I would say that I was.
Yeah, I think it's worth the hype. Singapore Airport, the Jewel itself. You say it was voted 7 years in a row the world's best airport, which I think it's just recently lost out to Qatar. But yeah, so we've got the next 11.5 hours to explore the airport before we fly back to Athens, so we're going to make the most of it. So the really cool thing about the Jewel is that all the water that you see is rainwater, so it's recycled, it's pumped up, comes back down, and then just goes round and round all day. And I think if they have excess water, then they use that to water taps. Pretty cool.
The rain vortex actually goes quite a few levels below where the actual waterfall is in the Jewel. We've made our way down and here we are. There's a huge glass layer that basically the water runs down and gives this beautiful hypnotic effect that you just can't stop watching. There's also all these holes in the bottom that you can see if you look really closely, and that's collecting all the water ready to go back up to come back down the waterfall. It's quite clever really. Dinner is served. I got down there and it's just there waiting for me ready. It was just sitting there like, look at me, I'm so tasty.
So in the Jewel there's 112 different cafes, restaurants and eateries, so you may be wondering why we picked Shake Shack out of all of those. But it's partly because every video we've watched on the Jewel, people seem to come to Shake Shack. Secondly, there's not many Shake Shacks in the UK to try. And also we just wanted some kind of dirty fast food that would just satisfy our cravings. And it is living up to the hype.
It's fair to say Shake Shack was a success, and so much so that Matt's actually gone to get another portion of chips because they were so good. We've got, let me check the time. It's 4:30. We've still got a fair few hours left in the airport. What time? 4:30. Like 11 hours left? Gosh, I haven't done maths for so long. But yeah, we've got by over 10 hours left to keep exploring. And here we have Singapore's largest indoor headways. Who'd have thought?
Is that factually accurate?
Yeah, this is actually.
Nice.
Prove me wrong.
There's even a monorail as well, so if you didn't have time with your layover to kind of exit immigration and visit the Jewel, you can pass through it and have a look anyway. We've been in the Jewel now for almost 4 hours and we're flagging a little bit. Well, I'm flagging.
Matt's a bit tired, I'm still in awe of everything.
Yeah, so we're going to go find some caffeine.
And hot chocolate. Oh dear. And hot chocolate. I'm feeling better now.
Again.
Hard work, all this walking about.
We walked so far.
I don't think you realise, do you? Okay, just going to do another clip because people started looking at me and I'm vlogging on my own and yeah. So it's 8 o'clock at the moment. We've just had our caffeine fix, which was so good, much needed. But now it's time for us to basically hopefully go and check in. People look at me again. So we really want to go and check in now, just so we can sort of see more of the airport and the attractions on the other side of the Jewel that aren't available unless you're catching a flight at the airport. I don't know if they're going to let us through basically because Scoot have said that you can't check in for your flight until 3 hours before. That would mean that about 11 PM we can check in for our flights at 3 PM. Now it's 8 PM, which is very, very early, but by the time that we check in, a lot of the attractions are probably going to be closed because I think some of them close at like 10 PM-ish. So it's basically a luck of the draw. We're just going to basically try and ask if we can check in early, see what happens so we can explore a bit more. If not, then I don't know what the plan is, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. Yeah, let's see. Also, vlogging on your own is weird. People keep looking at me like, what are you doing? Anyway. Okay, so this might be us checking in early.
These are some flimsy boarding passes.
We haven't had so many paper boarding passes.
No, I don't really trust myself with these.
Hold on tight.
Like little flimsy things. But we can check in early.
So we made made it through to the actual other side of the airport. So now we've checked in for our flight. It's only 9 o'clock and they said we actually couldn't check in until 11. So yeah, that gives us a couple of hours again to explore what the airport has to offer.
So we're currently in the butterfly garden, but at night all the butterflies go to sleep, so there's none flying around. But we did get a chance to visit it when we arrived in Singapore a few weeks ago, so we'll cut some footage of that now.
This is unreal, isn't it? There's a butterfly garden in an airport and a waterfall.
Not a bad layover.
No, not a bad layover at all. You can even get a free movie.
So it's Spider-Man, which we're both not a huge fan of. We're going to pop in for 10 minutes just to kill some time.
It's okay. It's a bad one.
It's a new thumbnail for this video. All my old school Car and Nate fans will understand this reference. On your bike.
It would be cool if my phone wasn't broken and it won't charge.
That's your problem, not the bike's problem. There's still my wire. I'm working hard.
Got to work for your electricity in Changi airports.
What time is it now?
It's 20 past midnight. We've got 2 hours and 40 minutes to go to our flight. I just want some power. It's not working. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go. So that concludes our time in Singapore airport, and it also concludes our Asia adventure.
For now. We have explored a lot of the airports, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a couple of bits that we did want to explore further, but unfortunately the gardens, by the time we got through to the actual terminals, were closed just because it was dark. And a couple of the models, like the sculptures, and I think like the entertainment bits, like the sort of arcade games and whatnot, were unfortunately out of order, so it's a little bit beyond our control. But it's 1:30, isn't it, in the morning?
Yeah, flight's at 3. We're both very tired.
And apparently the flight is going to take an extra 2 hours, so it's 12 hours instead of 10 hours, not sure why that is.
No idea, but yeah, but that's the end of our trip for now.
But we're planning many more soon.
We're planning many more, and this trip's been absolutely incredible.
This trip has just been so good, and I think it's just made us fall in love with Asia completely.
Absolutely. But we're going to sign off here. We're both very, very tired.
Yeah, a little bit,
And
sort of.
as soon as we get on the plane, we're just going to fall asleep, hopefully. And wake up in Athens, and then flight back to London kind of late tomorrow, so.
Yeah, got another layover in Athens, and then
Yeah,
back then to planning more trips.
absolutely. See you later.
Bye.